Hi, this is VR Tapscott. Welcome to another episode of Recycled Drivel, where not only do I take stuff I wrote a couple of years ago and talk about it, I'm also slowly converting it to video. I consider this pretty much the ultimate upcycle. All rights reserved, copyright 2025 by VR Tapscott. Podcast number 20 Eat This, Not That. Written May 28th, 2022. Once upon a time, I read a book named Eat This, Not That. It was about alternatives to different foods. Like they might show a cheeseburger from some major company that wound up like with 12 million calories. And then they'd show one from a different menu from a competitor with half the calories. It's kind of preachy, but not all a bad place to start. I mean, my personal dieting style is to eat whatever I want, but to have the discipline of not eating much of it. Have some big drippy pizza, but only have one slice instead of four. Same with cookies and that kind of stuff. You really want a handful of cookies. But the reality is, the real taste of the cookie is in the first bite or two. And after that, it's really just food. Try it sometime, you see what I mean. A beautiful hamburger, the first bite is heaven, the second is really good, the third is good. Every other bite after that is just adding food and calories. You're not really enjoying it that much. Now, this blog isn't really about food. I know, I have you fooled so far. This blog is about things like Kindles and books and why you might like one but not the other. And I have found that people pretty much like one or the other. There is no real middle ground. It's also pretty subjective. I mean, people seem to have a varying emotional reasons for using a Kindle. I'll show you mine. You can show me yours later. I use my Kindle partly because I read so many books. At the rate of 2 or 3 books a week, I'd not only have to have an extra house to keep my books in, I have to pay for all those. Even at garage sale pricing, which books are harder to come by than they used to be. It'd be quite a commitment. So, as it is, I keep all my books with me. I can read any of them at any time. I can read them in the sun or the shade, and I never have to throw them away or find a way to give them away. It's not to say I don't still have books. I probably have around 1,000 books on my shelves, mostly series of books that I'll never be able to afford to buy duplicates of on the Kindle. Now, another subject that's right on the edge of this one. Do you like your computer in desktop flavor, laptop, or phone, or some ungodly combination of all three? I suppose some of us have gotten to the point of using all three in various situations, but I'd be willing to wager that most of you have a favorite, and you can't really understand why anyone would use either of the other two without being forced into it. Myself, I use my desktop for everything. If I have to be forced into it, I would use a laptop if I'm at a customer site and need access to their network and they don't have a spare computer for me to make use of. I do make use of my phone for looking up internet facts or the like if I'm someplace and need the information. Oh, and I use my phone for making phone calls. I know, go figure. From that standpoint, though, I also prefer to text rather than make a phone call. So, in closing, do you use a Kindle? Do you use a laptop? Do you check the calorie content on foods? Oh, squirrel. I use an app called Lose It on my phone to look up calorie and carbohydrate counts on food. It works great if you ever need such a thing.